Hi folks, Six Slices here. Now, this is just a really short video today, more of a taster than a review or anything. But I got these two little boxes this morning in the post, and these came from Steven Cocker. And inside them were two beautiful little knives. One of them, the first one, was this desert ironwood, and the other one was this gorgeous mother of pearl, and it really is some of the best mother of pearl I've ever seen, and it really is good. Beautiful colours and depth in it, all of it. I mean, it's not just like sometimes you get a good bit and then a bit plain. Well, this is all good. There's no plain in this. In the back, it's green and purple, and but of course it's all glistening white as well. It's just a stunning little thing. Now, these are the original Wharncliffe pattern that Steven has taken these from. So he has a number of plates, templates from old cutlers that he's picked up along the way, and these are made from those templates rather than new ones. But he's also working from a catalogue, this catalogue here, and you'll be able to see here the variety of these that was there, but obviously one of these is the one that he's done these from. Now, if you're looking at these and thinking they're awfully familiar, well, you might be right. That's because I have this in desert ironwood that I've shown recently, which is effectively the same pattern. This one, of course, is by Taylor's Eyewitness, and this one is by Steven. And one thing that you notice, or I notice straight off, is the different size. Steven's is noticeably larger. I didn't notice it till I put the two side by side, but the minute I'd done that, it became obvious. But these are they're all really nice knives. I would show my Taylor's Eyewitness mother of pearl one as well, but I put it in my display case the other day, and it's just hassle to get it out. When I do the full review, I'll get it out so that we can compare it, and I'll also get out some of my other Steven Cocker knives, because I put my best knives in it. Most of his are there. The only Steven Cocker, genuine Steven Cocker, that I have in my drawer at the moment is the Stannington Barlow. But he or his team, I can't say who actually made this particular Barlow, or there's gunstock, but they're all out of Steven's day job at Eggington. These two are both Worcester home blades. We should have a Rodgers one coming shortly as well from them. This is the only one I have of his here, and it's not really comparable because I think this was about £50 made for an exhibition that he was doing, and he ran off quite a lot of them. And this is reminiscent of the early Stannington Barlows. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent again, which I do too often. Right, so I'll take the Taylors out, and we'll just have a look at these two for just now. They are desert ironwood and mother of pearl. Now, these are genuinely handmade knives, and often one looks at handmade knives and says, that you make sort of allowances for perhaps imperfections. You do to an extent, in that if these knives are made in the proper traditional way, i.e. With the liners cut out from brass sheets with snips, and then sort of hammered flat and so on, and then dished. It's a hard job to make it absolutely seamless. These are not made by a machine. They're not cut out of completely flat stock using water jets or plasma cutters or anything like that. These are handmade, proper handmade. So there may be imperfections, but I think what is more interesting to me anyway, is variations, not imperfections, just variations. So I'm going to show you a couple here. First of all, before I open, let me put these back to back so we can sort of see better. The bolster at this end, is very, 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 very similar. So I've not lined them up quite straight. Get that middle pin. But at this end, this bolster on the mother of pearl is noticeably longer than the one on the Desert Ironwood. Now, I don't know which one is correct, right, to the form or whatever, but what I do know is that it doesn't really matter. They're both perfectly executed. They're both very beautiful, but the one is longer than the other. Then again, so, as I was saying, if you compare these two blades, large blades, you can see that one, the mother of pearl one, is wider, broader than the other one, and I think also it may be slightly broader in the bolster. And as I said already, the bottom bolster is slightly longer and thinner on this one, slightly shorter and wider on that one. Now, these aren't faults, because there isn't a right and a wrong. There may be a closer to the pattern and a less close to the pattern. That may be true, but really this isn't an imperfection. This is purely a variance, which tells you that these two knives were made by one artisan working in his workshop. Now, he may have made them at the same time or within a few days of each other, but and that's his name, S. Cocker, Sheffield, England. And one thing I had been a little shy of with some of his knives and his day job's knives was that they were starting to use etching rather than stamping. I like a good old-fashioned stamp, particularly on a good old-fashioned traditional knife, and these are stamped, and clearly so, and clearly stamped actually as well. So if I just do it, I'll take the mother of pearl one out of the way because I haven't got my mother of pearl tailor's one here. And say I put on my best knives in my cabinet. So these are the two from Steven at the top and Taylor's at the bottom. Let me just move them down a bit just so I can get the blades in first of all. Now you'll see that Steven's blade is quite a bit heftier. I'll do some measurements when I do the full review, and we can look at actually how much different they are, but it's also much broader in the shoulder here than this here, and it's also very slightly longer. Even the pen blade is larger. and they're both stamped, but the funny thing with the tailor's stamps, as I've mentioned before, the stamp is upside down. You read it with the bolster up and the point down, whereas Stephen's are the right way up. Ow. The pen blade of that just stuck in the back of my hand. And I should point out one thing about these: they came very sharp, which is true of the tailors as well. Lee White knows how to sharpen a knife. There's absolutely no doubt about that. But Steven as well does, which is a bit of a contrast, because it's a bit like Ashley Harrison. You know, if you get one of his custom knives, they come pretty damn sharp. I mean, then they don't have a polished mirror edge, but you wouldn't expect them to. You know, they're production knives, but you do expect them to be working sharp, which, you know, much as I loved this knife, it really wasn't desperately sharp. And the same could be said of the Cutler's anniversary knife. Anyway, I'll cut it short there, because the thing all I really wanted to do was just to give you a wee taster of these and let you know that they're here, and I will be doing a full in-depth review and comparison with them and the Taylor's Eyewitness versions very, very soon. So thank you very much. I'll see you soon. Bye.